Welcome back to another literature tutorial with Miss Sweet. Today we are looking at context within Charge of the Light Brigade by Alfred Lord Tennyson. Alfred Tennyson was an English poet. He was the poet laureate during Queen Victoria's reign. In 1855, Tennyson produced The Charge of the Light Brigade, a dramatic tribute to the British cavalrymen involved in an ill-advised charge during the Crimean War. A number of phrases from Tennyson's work have become commonplace in the English language, including, "'Tis better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all." The Charge of the Light Brigade is a narrative poem consisting of 6 stanzas and written in the form of a ballad. Tennyson uses a regular rhythm and repetition to mirror the relentless motion of the soldiers charging on horseback. The Times newspaper's correspondent William Howard Russell used the electric telegraph to send messages from the front line. Russell reported on an event during the Crimean War where around 600 soldiers from the Light Brigade charged at a heavily defended position due to a misunderstood order. Tennyson wrote The Charge of the Light Brigade shortly after this happened. Tennyson wanted to draw attention to the horrors that soldiers faced during the Crimean War and to the futility of war in general. As he was the poet laureate at the time, he would have been expected and often asked to write about topical subjects and current events. The poem tells the story of the soldiers charging, despite knowing that something is wrong. The Crimean War was fought between Russia and a group of countries including the Ottoman Empire, Britain, France, and Sardinia. The war started over disputes between Russia and the Ottoman Empire about protection and the power of specific religious groups. The Crimean War is often described as the first media war. For the first time in history, newspapers carried eyewitness reports, detailing not just the triumphs of war, but the reality, the horrors and mistakes as well. The Light Brigade rode unarmoured light fast horses. The men were armed with lances and sabres. At the Battle of Balaclava, cavalrymen of the Light Brigade, acting on a misinterpreted order, directly charged the Russian artillery, a costly mistake. The tone is of admiration for the sacrifice of the men, and while it is, largely by implication, critical of the incompetence of the high command, it is not primarily a political critique. As the poem celebrates this doomed cavalry charge and the heroes who did it, it is thus celebrating 2 different things at once. On the one hand, the speaker praises the bravery of the cavalrymen, their willingness to ride into a terrifying battle. On the other, the speaker celebrates their obedience and commitment to military hierarchy, their willingness to execute an order even if they know it's a blunder. In this way, the poem suggests that heroism consists of both bravery and adherence to duty at once, and it subtly suggests that the blame for this military disaster does not lie with the cavalrymen themselves. They were exemplary soldiers. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you found this helpful.